What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video. It is Wednesday. We have a split slate for your Wednesday. We have a few early games, then we have the main slate. So this video is going to cover just the entire day. You guys know what we do. We're going to go over the Vegas numbers. We're going to go over what pitchers we like out of, technically supposed to be 30 pitchers, but not all the pitchers have been announced for the day. But we're going to go over the pitchers we do like. Obviously, per the picture, we love Kevin Gausman, but we're going to go through that. Then in this article, we're actually going to go through 5 players at each position and then even more in the outfield. If you want to see even more plays, we have them over at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. And it is in our cheat sheet. You can sign up whichever you decide you want to do. We do have a day pass, we have a week, we have a month, and our current best deal right now, normally $349.99 for a year pass. We have 3 coupon codes left. The first 3 people that use the promo code NFL is back on the year pass is going to get the year pass for $99 instead of $350. So if that's something that interests you, check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, hit FTA Plus right here at the top, go down and then over to the year pass and use promo code NFL is back, all one word, all caps. You're going to get a year pass for $99. That includes every single sport we do: MMA, MLB, NASCAR, NFL, PGA, all current right now. So get in while you can. So if we have any questions, please get those down below. If this video gets 50 likes, we'll throw out some stacks that we like, which is on our cheat sheet. If this video gets 30 likes, we'll put out a Fanduel and Draftkings GPP lineup down below in the comments section as well. So we're going to go over this article. Then we're going to go over the ballpark rankings. So we're going to see which ballparks are the best for runs today, home runs, stuff like that. And then we'll go over the daily BVP. If you have any questions about that, that'll be there. And then at the very end, what we're going to do is we're going to give a couple of plays on our the Draftkings lineup, and you can build around there. So definitely let me know questions, comments, concerns. What would you like to see in this video? And if you guys want to win a free week, all you got to do is tell me who's going to hit home run and what inning it's going to be. Multiple people can win. You will win a free week if you are correct. So get those guesses there. So looking at this, August 11th, we're almost halfway through August already. We are less than a month away from NFL. If anyone is interested in joining Fantasy Team Advisors season-long NFL Fantasy Football League, let me know. Trying to shore it up and get it all ready to go. We have less than a month on that. But that being said, looking at Vegas numbers real quick. White Sox at the Twins. White Sox are the favorite at 9. Houston's the favorite versus Colorado, big favorite with 9 over/under. The Yankees right now, they don't have a pitcher slated, and we're a few hours away. Right now they're the favorite, but I definitely could see Kansas City taking this one. 9.5 over/under. Miami at San Diego, 8 with San Diego being a favorite. St. Louis being a favorite at 9 over/under. Dodgers being a favorite, 10 over/under. Detroit is a favorite here, slight favorite over Baltimore, both terrible teams. 10 over/under. Tampa Bay at Boston. Boston's currently the favorite, but I definitely could see Tampa Bay taking this again. 9.5 over/under there. Washington at the Mets. Mets current at pretty good favorite, 9. Oakland at Cleveland. Oakland, I'm surprised they're not a bigger favorite than this, but here we are. 9.5 over/under. The Braves are just slight favorites over the Reds at 9.5 over/under. Milwaukee, comfortable favorites over the Cubs. 8.5 over/under. Toronto at the Angels, 9.5 over/under, with Toronto being the favorite. Giants are a massive favorite, obviously, against Arizona. 7.5 over/under. Low over/under, and I love Kevin Gausman here. And then Seattle being a favorite over Texas, 8 over/under there. So, looking at the pitchers we do like, you guys might not be able to see this. Again, though, this will be linked down below in the description. You can see this whole article. But pitchers that I like. So out of all 30 pitchers, these are some of them. Now, our cheat sheet will obviously have more than this. We will obviously have we have cash and GPP plays and a bunch of stacks as well. And in those stacks, we actually dig in and say the players that we like overall. So And these are not in any particular order who we like, but these are just the order that we went down the article. Lance Lynn against the Twins, 109 plate appearances, 245 batting average, striking out 16.5. I kind of wish it was a little bit higher strikeout rate, but that's okay. Wainwright against the Pirates, 83 plate appearances, 253 batting average, 20.5 K percentage. Frankie Montas, 40 plate appearances, 211 batting average, 22.5 strikeout against the Indians or the Guardians. I'm not really sure if their name has changed technically yet. Wade Miley, now this is more of a GPP play. The problem is he's not striking out a ton of people. 63 plate appearances against the Braves, but he's given up a 322 batting average. I think people are going to see this number and be a little bit concerned about that and maybe shy away from him. That makes him a GPP play or DraftKings SP2. The Braves can hit, we know. Wade Miley, up and down, the whole strikeout is the only problem that I have here. And then Kevin Gausman, love him. Against the terrible Diamondbacks team, 160 plate appearances, seen him a ton being in the division, 215 batting average, 25% strikeout rate against them. So that moves us to the catcher position, not in any particular order as of now, but these are the players we like so far. JT Realmuto, Will Smith, Eric Haas, which is great because Haas can play both catcher or outfield multi-position eligibility. I know on DraftKings, I can't remember if he is on Fanduel or not, but that is something, just a lot of, you're able to get two catchers there or two other people there, so looking at that. Wilson Contreras here and Salvador Perez here. Now Perez seems like he's hitting a home run all the time. Had a massive two-run home. Actually, he had 2 home runs last night, didn't he? I believe he had 2 home runs. Let's check real quick. Yeah, he had 2 home runs, went 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs. So he's been on fire this season. Just looking at his numbers, overall he ranks 104th. And, I mean, he has got 29 home runs, batting .278, so dominating out of him. And you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper than some other ones, depending on what site you're on. Moving to first base, you got Vlad Guerrero Jr., Matt Olson, Joey Votto, Jose Abreu, and Freddie Freeman. Obviously some big names and big prices, but there's a reason for that. Obviously our cheat sheet will have more, so you can look at that. Second base, Max Muncy. Now he is eligible at first and second, so you can get multiple first basemen in there technically if you want. We got Marcus Semien, Jose Altuve, Jonathan India, who really hasn't disappointed us at all this season. And then Ozzie Albies as well. Moving to the third base side, we've got Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado, Austin Riley, more of a GPP pick, but I do like Austin Riley, Jose Ramirez, and Rafael Devers there. Moving to shortstop, you got Didi Gregorius, Bo Bichette, Tim Anderson, Corey Seager, and Carlos Correa. Then outfield here, Dylan Carlson, Anthony Santander, Eloy Jimenez, Robbie Grossman, Michael Brantley, Dom Smith, Austin Hayes seems like he's coming along. Anytime we use him, he seems like he's got multiple RBIs, multiple hits, or even home runs. Harrison Bader, George Springer, Nick Castellanos, and Jorge Soler. So if you do want to see the stacks, you can click the cheat sheet here. It'll have you sign up. Again, use promo code NFL is back. We have 3 coupon codes left. You get it for $99 instead of $349.99. So looking at daily BVP, can't see it because it's so, let's go, there we go. So just depending on who you have, where we're looking at, this is sorted by at-bats. So obviously the more at-bats people have seen, well, let's see, let me open this to a full screen for you, which you can do as well. But I will zoom in so you guys can see it. Make it a little bit bigger for you. There we go. And you can see this on the website as well. But you kind of want to do it. Maybe you want to see who's got the most home runs. Go largest here. Pujols against Kyle Gibson, 3 home runs, batting .200. Mookie Betts, who's probably not going to play. I think they talked about him being on the going to the IL. He's got 3 home runs there. Miguel Sano against Lance Lynn, 7 at-bats, batting .429 with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Pedro Severino against Tariq Skubal, 1 for 2. Well, that doesn't make sense. Or no, he's 2 for 2, batting 1,000 with 2 home runs. So yeah, I mean, you can go through this, see the top BVP plays. You can sort it if you want by price. You can sort it by position, however you want it. You can find that right here under MLB tab. Go down to daily BVP there. We'll get out of that. Go to ballpark rankings. Looking at the ballpark rankings, they don't fit in the screen because I have to have it zoomed in so you guys can see it. But yeah, just kind of looking who you like. You can see what games, what times they are, the ballpark, the weather. Kind of be weary about the thunderstorms at Camden Yards, stuff like that. So yeah, runs total. So what team is what field has given up the most amount of runs? Angels Stadium of Anaheim, given up 575 total runs. So looking at that ranks 7th. So yeah, I mean, you could be looking at the Toronto bats here in this game against Dylan Bundy. Definitely be looking at that. Target field has given up the next amount of current fields here, five less right there. So, I mean, you could be looking at the White Sox bats there. And then you can go through home run total if you're trying to hit home runs, trying to get all that. Oriole Park, Camden Yards, either Baltimore or Detroit, who you're going to go with. And then, but kind of pay attention. The weather is going to be a concern there. And you can sort this that way. And these are updated every single day. This is updated already for you on this slate. So, moving to our DraftKings lineup here. Where are we going to go? So, I'm already going to go, obviously, Gausman here. But then if you want to build around, you're trying to figure out who you want, what pitcher you want, you can dig in. You can look at Alex Manoa, how he's been doing. He did well against Boston, got the W, 5 innings, 4 Ks. You'd obviously wish he'd go a little bit longer than 5 innings, but that's what we got out of him there. It's been very hit or miss. He's facing LA, has not faced them this year. But has, I mean, done really well. So you could go Manoa there. Let's just say you go Manoa for your second pitcher. Then you go into the catcher position. You kind of look down. You see, Salvador Perez is in the early. This is the main slate. I did say at the beginning, but maybe we forgot. But so this is going to be the main slate. You can really see who you like. Just kind of going through. If you want to go first base, I mean, you can do Max Muncy first and second. You can get different first baseman. Let's just go Votto here. Second base, who you really want to go with. You kind of got to get a little bit creative building through. But if I'm looking and I'm trying to build those core players and I'm actually trying really well, whether or not this is cash or GPP, it doesn't matter. Find those players. You can use the BVP. You can use the positions here. Maybe you want Didi. So if you're looking at this for shortstop, Gregorius is down here at 2,900. He's facing David Price. Obviously, it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and you don't like that. But Didi has seen enough of David Price when they were in the NL East, when Gregorius was with the Yankees and David Price was with Boston. So they have a lot. I mean, he sees him well. That is something we'll talk about. So just kind of looking at that, and then maybe an outfielder that you really, really want. Kind of looking at this Santander. The problem is the weather isn't the best, but he is cheap. Game logs: 2 hits, 2 home runs in his last start. He has 3 home runs in his last 2 games. Double digits here. Super cheap still. I would still go with this. I know this would be something. He's a switch hitter facing Scooble. So this is just kind of an outline of where I'd build with. Looking at that, just kind of building around. That leaves 4,000 average per position. So, I mean, if you go to catcher, that brings you down to, here if you want to go in there, just kind of looking at what you want. Sean Murphy's been a cheaper option who's, done okay. Yachty. Doesn't do a lot. I mean, he's only batting 250, 8 home runs. Just kind of looking where you're at, who you want. Stalling seems to always His name seems to be out there, and he's super cheap. So just kind of building out there. You got to figure out who really works for you. Arrieta's ERA is crazy. Navaz, I'd go right there. And then you can just build around like that. So that's just kind of the mindset, how we build our lineups. If you do check out fantasyteamadvisors.com, we'll have we have this article. We have the ballpark rankings. We have the top BVP plays. We have the under MLB. We have daily BVP, cheat sheets, and the optimal lineups. Now, the optimal lineups usually come out about 30 to 45 minutes before lock because we're still just waiting on any late-breaking news. For today, we will have early only and main lineups as well. And if you have any questions for DraftKings purposes, we give you all this information, and then we put out the optimal lineups, and we have to take 2 plays out, so you have to make your own adjustment. We do have an optimizer. Let me see if, and I've put this. I've put this out there in other videos, but maybe you guys haven't seen it yet. So this would be the DraftKings Optimizer. Now, if enough people sign up for the year pass, this is really expensive, but this is obviously for week 1 of NFL. But for MLB purposes, we go in here, we throw in the player pool for DraftKings, and then you can tweak it with randomness, max exposure, stuff like that. So if you're playing the early only and let's just optimize 3 lineups. And this isn't putting any projections of our own in there. This is just projections that are built in. You can kind of see the plays that we like. Now, obviously, there are players in here that might be on the IL. That is because we have not put our numbers in there yet. Once that is updated, this would be used instead of optimal lineups, and this would be you putting your own input, kind of like what DraftKings did. It's kind of why we shut down for a couple months. We got DraftKings came through and said, this and that, and we've got to let you make a couple of decisions on your own. So that's kind of why we have to leave a couple of the spots open for you. So if this optimizer is something you would like, I will put it into the DraftKings section. You guys can use that for a couple of weeks. It is in a trial right now. If there's enough interest for NFL, we will put that out there, and you guys can use that for yourself. But it is very expensive to host each and every month. I did not come up with this. So definitely let me know if you do use it. Let me know your thoughts on it, and we will go from there. So that's what I've got in this video, guys. If you like to hit that thumbs up, hit that like, subscribe if you have not. Good luck, and let's bring home some bacon, guys. Peace.